Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Revolutionary Girl Utena episode 24. Last time on Utena, we finished up, as far as I know, we finished up the Black Rose saga and got an interesting reveal that it was all kind of a thing. It was all, I don't know, like it's not imagined, it's like it was weird. It was a weird ending for the arc saga thing. It's really weird. Now, last time we ended off an arc, we had like a recap episode sort of thing that revealed some interesting stuff and added some new characters like Akio and other stuff like that. So I don't know if we're gonna get another thing kind of like that where we go through it and highlight important moments and stuff. Maybe, maybe could be cool. Um, the one thing in the last arc that I thought was gonna be like a big deal in the last arc, but now that I think about it, I feel like maybe it's set up for the next thing. Would be Akio, because in the background of that arc, the entire time we had Anthe going at night to visit her brother, and we don't really know if he's actually her brother, but I think so. I don't know. Um, and some weird stuff going on around him, and he seemed to be sort of pulling the strings of the whole seminar thing. So I thought maybe he would be like, he's the real villain behind it. But then the arc is just like, boom, it's done. So maybe what we end up doing is we take all of that sort of setup that's been done and we double down on that and focus on Akio as the villain for the next section. But they're like, villain, I don't know. Maybe there won't be any kind of villain. Maybe we just get a goofy Nanami episode. Could be anything. So because I cannot predict this at all, let's just get into it and see what Utena has in store for us, see what Ikuhara has planned. So there will be multiple versions of this video. I've got it up, it's at 0 seconds. You can find picture-in-picture versions with the video over there in the description down there, and the timer-based version on YouTube with any discussion run through frame by frames, whatever. Timer-based version will have the beep beep timer, which will go boop 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 beep. You should know the drill on that by now. On the beep and the green light is the same frame that Utena starts playing, so if you're playing along, that's probably when you want to do so. Beep beep timer goes here. Oh, I'm gonna get notes out. Make sure I've got a pencil and paper. All right. Move my empty tea from this morning. Is he doing her homework for her? Cheat sheet. Oh my god. So hush hush. Isn't that what he did earlier too? Oh? Secret Nanami-sama diary. I have a secret no one else can know. I have a love diary? Oh, this ceiling is unfamiliar. No, my book. Oh no. Beep, 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 beep. This is a long time ago. So are we going to see all of this from Tsubuki's perspective? Yep. Hmm. I don't know about that. I have no idea what you're talking about. uh, well, I mean, yeah, you're a big meanie. You're a big meanie head. Oh, choo choo. The mysterious case of the dissolving dress. And it's just like, yeah, he's been there the whole time. Oh, how grand and cruel. What? Oh. Sure. Oh my god. Yep, the spice. Ow. Oh. This is so weird. It's kind of like a recap episode, and it's reusing a lot of scenes. There the whole time. Where was he in this one? In a way, we're getting both of the things I talked about at the beginning. Both a recap episode and a Nanami comedy episode. And it spills. She's so tan. The three guys. What? Oh, it's all about Nanami. Yeah. With the various things that she brought. She already keeps snails in her. Yep. Giant octopus. Oh ho ho ho. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Okay. Ah! Tsubuki! Tsubuki, what are you doing? Right. Why does the kangaroo have a mouth guard? Okay. You went pretty far before deciding to stop. Yep. Ah. Strategy for getting close to Nanami. This was when she was getting stalked. The whole like becoming her prince thing. This is your plan, Tsubuki? I don't. I think this has some flaws. I think there might be some problems here. Moo. Mo. Bom bom bom. So what's Tsubuki's play? Oh, right, the red. I'll love you even if you're a cow. uh, uh. It was all a dream. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Ha. Back to UFOs. What? Huh? Uh, this was kind of a weird one. Okay, more than kind of a weird one. This was a really weird one. Give me 1 second. There. Okay. Really weird one. So at the beginning, I was like, maybe we'll get a recap episode. Maybe we'll get a Nanami Goofy episode. Who knows? We got both. We got a recap episode by rehashing all of the Nanami comedy episodes from Tsuwabuki's perspective and inserting him into all of them. Lot of shot reuse, and even the shots that weren't reused, a lot of them were the girls standing behind a thing, right? So that they're just shadow outlines, talking, which is a lot less animation work than full color, full line work characters. They're just outlines, right? There were some clever things that they did with that later on, where they've got, where Utena is holding Nanami and they're like half in, half out of the shadow thing. Where's it? It's like here, yeah, there we go. Where they're half in, half out, and then this part is clear and colored. Just pretty cool, but a really inexpensive episode in terms of like actual work done for the whole thing, which is interesting. I don't feel like we built up any kind of new storyline or new arc or anything in this episode. I feel like this was a break, which is cool and fine. Maybe Nanami's goofy comedy episodes will build into something, but as far as I can tell, I don't expect any of the stuff from this episode to carry over into the next ones or into the next arc. But I could be wrong. I could be totally off on that. Weird. But fun. The Nanami comedy episodes are so strong on their own that a highlight reel of them is pretty good. And when you add on little new jokes like the three elephants being the three curry guys and throw Tsuwabuki into the mix to add some humor, it works pretty well. But while it was a good episode, it wasn't satisfying at all. I want another one, and so I'm going to watch another one. Let's do it. Utena episode 25. Let me grab it. It has been grabbed. It has been pulled up. It is up. Now, okay, I guess that's not that weird. Cool. The beep beep timer goes here. Gotta go fast. Gotta go real fast. Who's this? Is this Akio? Otori? Oh, chairman and president. Okay. When is. Whoa. Okay. Our eternal apocalypse. Apocalypse. Okay. Well, this is definitely the start of an arc. Good. Good. Wakaba? What? It's a hell of a door. Tomo. They've moved in there? Roses. Hmm. Ah, Akio. Yeah. Hmm. And we are putting these roses in frame like every time we can. He does not look happy about Anthe laughing. Okay. Sayonji returned. Wait, is that a letter from the end of the world? What? What? Baseball? Huh? Yeah. A new. Oh, okay. So what do you want to do, Sayonji? It's a damn good question. Uh, feels kind of weird. Oh, no symbolism here. It's a little bit creepy. That's a really cool bed. Wow. Damn. This is a return to form for Toga. Huh? I'm real confused. Weren't they in the dojo? How'd the car get into the dojo? That's sort of noir-y. Good move. Doesn't mean he's a real friend, though. Okay. We just saw Anthea and Utena displaying some real friendship. What? Very good question. Are you saying you're end of the world? What? Yeah, how are you changed? Okay. Bruh. Sa- Sayonji, bruh. What are you doing? Yeah. Back to form for the puppet girls. Oh, it's completely different. Completely different. What? What? And they go up together. Okay. Hey, buddy. This time she calls for the sword instead of just. What? End of the world? The world. Okay. Special power. Wait, where's your ring? No, what? Where'd the sword go? What? Rose Bride acting on her own. A reversal? Glorious Prince Lunge? Nope, different. We screech to a halt and the green rose petals go flying. That sword came out of Utena. What? Whoa, there's a new ED! This was the song that played during the duel. Cool. Super cool. Okay, there is a ton in this episode to wrap my head around. What a cool start to an arc. Okay. First off, the style seems very slightly different. I don't know if this is just me, but it feels like the characters' faces, especially the male characters' faces, are slightly elongated compared to their previous character models. Not sure, but Akio and Saionji in particular seem to have slightly longer faces, like thinner, longer face. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making much ado about absolutely nothing. So they've moved in with Akio. I am definitely feeling like he is the main antagonistic force in this episode. This series of this sequence of like car driving stuff is really cool. They sort of like nail some feeling there. The vroom of the engine, the rumble, the whoosh. Title Our Eternal Apocalypse. Jesus. And then how is this? I guess that's like one layer in. She went. That's so crazy. I'm trying to figure out how the architecture worked. A bunch of cute choo-choo things. Choo-choo getting sucked up by the vacuum cleaner. Jesus. Wakaba's got a bit of a crush on Akio because he's cute, I guess. So roses in front of stars. There's some little bits of symbolism here. I don't know what it's saying or showing, but I mean, roses have been the symbol of the show, but also to a lesser extent the symbol of Anthe. But also those pink roses have been like the symbol of Utena. I don't know. Oh, if that guy was living under the same roof as me. Felt bad about separating her from her dear friend, so I imposed on Utena to move in as well. I'm sure that's why. Wakaba goes all out. Okay, so Saionji is back, and this whole sequence of student council talk is undercut continuously by this weird baseball scene that's going on around and behind them. I'm just gonna chalk it up to Ikuhara being weird. I don't know if there's any like meaning to it exactly, but got the scoreboard, we got the stuff, and then we get the you're out of here when Saionji announces that he wants to leave. So there's a gondola to carry us to a new stage. Never signed up to be the end of the world. Yeah. I'm out of here. You're out. Game set. Okay. Who exactly is end of the world anyway? I'd like to know. I got a feeling it's Akio or related. Then there's this section where Akio gets real close and Utena is a bit flustered by him talking about Venus, aka Lucifer, aka the beautiful angel from on high, the most beautiful angel, who became, as he puts it, the king of hell. And something about his name being derived from its Japanese name. So, Japanese Venus? Name Venus? The name for the planet is Kinsei. Okay, I don't know how that relates to Akio, but fine. Cool. So, in essence, he calls himself Lucifer. What must it think as it shines in the sky? Maybe it thinks like me. And this whole time, Anthe is watching with glasses ablaze, just like stone-faced. See ya, Akio. Ah, that's not an evil look. What a wholesome brother. And then we get the coolest scene of Utena so far. IMO. Where they, very much like in the OP, lay down together, lay their heads down to sleep, and they gaze at each other and talk. It's a lonely look in his eyes. Like he lost something very precious. Something about familiarity. And then Utena tells her, you can rely on me. Our friendship is powerful. And this calls back to something that Anthe seems to have experienced with her brother. That seems to be Akio, right? It fades out before we see his whole head and hair. Maybe it's the prince and not Akio. She almost tells her something. This is a beautiful scene. Cool design for the beds. Cool setup for the scene. Their faces are gorgeous in the whole thing. The symmetry is great as they reach for each other. Continue holding symmetry in the scene. It's really, really pretty. Then we have another meeting of two people. Calls out Toga's conceit. I haven't given up. There's someone I'd like you to meet. If you haven't given up, you'll be able to hear the sound of an engine screaming in, I guess. And vroom vroom, and it's here. How? I don't know. Doesn't matter. How are the baseball players playing around the student council? I don't know. So then they go for a drive. And we get a bunch of things about wishes and desire. What do you wish to be? What's the point of asking? I don't trust you, yeah. And true friendship doesn't exist, though we've just seen it. Is that what you really believe? Something eternal inside the castle. And then we get the reveal that it was Akio who saved the girl in the coffin. It was Akio here who saved her from that coffin. Showed the girl something eternal and saved her. Just who the hell are you? I would like to know the answer to that question myself. Let me show you the end of the world. Are you saying you're end of the world? The prince? I don't know. And then he just hops up on the roof of the car. And this is potentially the most badass thing I've ever seen. Just like splayed out, just chilling. Hell yeah. Akio is a boss. Alright, so Miki tells them about the gondola. And then Saionji just appears. That's the thing that will take us, and he says he's a completely different person. Having seen the end of the world, I guess. You don't understand. You couldn't understand even if I explained it to you. He throws Choo-Choo, smacks Miki the fuck up, and then grabs Anthe. Bruh. And goes real evil face. The Rose Bride belongs to me. Okay, Saionji. We get a very classic Kashira. The UFO relands. There'll be another duel. I have no idea. And then they're living together, I guess. Completely new dueling arena start. With a new version of Absolute Destiny. There are no reused pieces of footage here at all. It's all new. this gondola. Anthe, like, dissolves into a bush. But then she's here, and the bush grows. And then she, like, directly puts the things on Utena. What? Pow! Pow! It's really cool. Wait, there's one more pow. Well, pow! And then it looks like Utena gets lipstick, which is new. And then all the roses bloom, and then ba-bam! Yeah, she's definitely got lipstick. And then it's a car, and the headlights come on. And then a bunch of cars emerge from the ground. I once considered the Rose Bride's feelings. That's what so inflamed me, but now I know better. The Rose Bride has no feelings of her own. I don't know about that. I think she has a will. And that's, I guess, what they're fighting over. And there are cars. Okay. Okay. They're watching. The Sword of Dios was there, and then it turns glowy, and then it disappears. Like, before it's turned glowy and gotten super special Rose Bride powers, this time it disappears. And Anthe jumps in to save Utena after thinking back to their conversation. Friends like that. I have you, and she jumps in and saves her of her own volition. And then together, and then she pulls a sword from Utena. Rose of Nobility. And it's not the same sword, even though it looks the same. But then Utena has the sword. And Anthe's passed out, which is the usual. And then all the lights on the castle go out. What? And we're using completely different. It's a new animation for Prince coming. Well, I guess the Prince coming down is the same. Prince coming down is the same, but Utena receiving the Prince is different, and then the lunge is different, and then we get a different flower petals. Okay. She just sort of looks at the sword, and then they share a smile. Then these two are mildly homoerotic, chilling in bed and watching. And you're an evil man, aren't you? Sword of Dios did not appear, and yet she still won. Indeed. And Anthe, once again, with the shiny glasses. And he is very forceful toward her. His ability to use planets in the backgrounds of windows and stuff is pretty crazy. And then we've got Anthe in a bed made of stars. And not sure if those are actually covers or if that's implied to be Akio. There are some humanish shapes there. Okay. I'm real confused. And I say that at the beginning of every Utena arc, I feel like, but this one's real different. This one's real different. The Black Rose Duels arc thing was interesting and different, and a weird follow-up for the last arc, or the previous arc. This one feels like a complete departure. Like, what? We got Akio, who apparently has access to the end of the world via supercar. And maybe that will be a repeated scene where somebody gets in the car and they show them the end of the world and they become a new repeat duelist or something. Maybe. We're continuing to build on Anthe and Utena's friendship and more. They're living with Akio, so... Oh. Uh, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on, and I'm excited. This is fun. Man, Akio on top of the car. So badass. I have no idea where this is going. Maybe we'll see through next episode. Maybe we'll see if there's a formula that starts to become apparent. Because I guess the Black Rose formula made itself clear after a couple of episodes. We'll see whether there's a formula for this next arc. I expect there will be. Something like getting in the car and being questioned about what you really want and who you really want to be, causing people to change to some extent. Would make a lot of sense to me. I love the new gondola transformation thing. We'll see how much of that remains consistent between episodes. And I love the new ED. Although I also really loved the first ED. So a little torn on that. Didn't expect that at all, especially with the OP remaining the same the whole time. In any case, cool and exciting, and I am excited for what comes next. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Utena, episodes 24 and 25. Didn't expect to watch another one, but after the Nanami goofy recappy thing, I felt like it, and I'm glad I did. So, 24 and 25, I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week in the next one, or two, or whatever. Peace.